10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And welcome, World Cricket fans, live for the preview of India versus Scotland, the mighty Scotland. Let's see what happens. Can India bring it home with a big margin following the victory?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ritz. We can hear you. Ritz is live at the ground. Ritz, what's the atmosphere like? It's all good. It's all good. Ritz is live at the ground. So there is a bit of a buffer. So we do have somebody live at the ground today. Ritz,
really bad there.
is it good? Is it bubbling nicely?
See, there are some people who are still walking in. Sorry?
Is the atmosphere bubbling?
I think people are just fed up.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I think people are a bit fed up with how India's been playing. So not too many people have showed up yet. However, people are still coming in. As you can see on the other side, people are still sort of entering, but the ground's very empty as of now.
Wow. And that is true. And that's really affecting the atmosphere of the matches, because we see certain matches where there's no ground, and when Pakistan plays or Afghanistan plays, the crowd is alive and electric. JD,
wait, let me try to show you the ground, guys. Wait, let me get there.
So Rich, we will have Rich live around the ground. Jaydeep, today, important game for Virat.
Okay, I'll just move up from the...
will he give us a birthday present?
Sorry, Shandipa, I'm not able to hear to your question.
Okay, 1 second. We'll just show the...
Yes.
Yeah, so Virat's birthday today. Will we get a beginning from Virat, or do you think batting second, we might not be Virat but today?
Yeah, I think Virat Kohli is going to get some crucial runs for us today.
Yeah, you just go on then, Jaydeep, and we'll get to Ritz when there's a connection.
Oh, sorry guys, if I can just quickly add something before I get back into the stadium.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't actually want Virat to bat today at all. I know it's his birthday and all that stuff. I want India to knock off Scotland really quickly. I want Indian openers to go out there, kill the game as soon as possible. We go home early. We have a good run rate.
Yes, so that's fine, Ritz. We will let you enjoy the game. Thank you for the live input. We will catch you later after the game. Hopefully that will come good, where India don't need Virat to bat today, Jaydeep, and that will be good. So I can't understand why have India decided to bat second.
Yeah, I think pitch might be a factor. That's why India have chosen to field first, because in UAE we can't really estimate or understand how the pitch is going to behave later in the match, because as we have seen in the IPL and in the T20 World Cups as well, we cannot really understand the pitch before the match. Sometimes analysts say that it's going to be a 190, 195 track, and teams just got to a total of 140, 145 around. And they are also able to defend that total. So we cannot estimate the pitch before the match. And that might be a reason that India wants to be on a safer side while chasing the total. So this could be a reason why they have elected to field first.
And then we have Anek. Anek, would you have taken the same approach? Do you think it's a mistake batting second, and you should have batted first, got the runs on the board, and then decided to bat out?
Yeah, that would have been the logical decision in my opinion. But I think this is the first time Virat has won a toss, so he's very excited to try out new things. So he has tried out batting second, and I think on his birthday he wants to be that finisher that we know him for. So I think he wants to prove why he's one of the greatest finishers of all time. So that's why I think he has chosen to bat second, and I think it will be a good test for a batsman as well, because throughout this tournament we have only batted first, and therefore we have set the targets. But under pressure, under the pressure of the scoreboard, we haven't actually been tested. So it's a good test for the Indian batsmen to check out how the scoreboard pressure, how they handle scoreboard pressure. So I think, I think it is a decision keeping in mind that our Indian batsmen need that kind of practice, but at the same time, you have to keep in mind that we have to get a run rate higher. So to do that, he's basically backing his bowlers to get the Scottish batsmen out very quickly. So I think this also shows that he has faith in his bowlers today. So I think hopefully he has made the right decision, but we'll see.
And going up to Costa, the decision to bat second, or would you have batted first?
Definitely batted first. No, sorry, definitely batted second. The reason being that last two matches India tried to get the position for early, and they seemingly could not do that. Reason being that new factor is really big with them. So I think that Virat Kohli understands that there is still chance for qualifications, and if we can get them out for early cheaply, then there is a possibility that due to due we can chase the target early as well. So if we get them out for 100 or 120, looking at our last match, we can comfortably chase it in 6 or 7 hours. And that would be the target.
No, that's true, and I think that's what they've gone for, and they're banking on the bowlers to do it. Romit, to you, firstly, do you think any chance Scotland will cause a major upset?
Not really, because in the Afghanistan match we saw like how they struggled against the spinners in Mujib and Rashid. So we also have quality spinners like Ashwin and Varun Chakravarti. So Varun Chakravarti is new to them and Scotland, and Varun Chakravarti is good enough with his skills also. Like maybe he hasn't performed, but he has those skills. But definitely, I feel Varun and Ashwin might be the stars today for India, struggling Scotland in the power play. More than the pacers, I think the spinners like Jadeja, Ashwin, and Varun will trouble the batters more than the pacers for Scotland.
And Anek, coming to you, are you surprised with that selection of Varun? Had Lord Tucker. I know Lord Tucker wasn't bowling well in the last game. He was giving nearly 10 and over. So was that a surprise to you, or are you happy with that selection?
A bit surprised, but I can understand why he has taken the decision. See, I think what Virat thinks of Varun is that he's a spinner that will deliver in big situations, and people will not able to read his spin deliveries. So basically, what message he's sending is that he's backing Varun Chakravarti, and I like that because you at some point you have to trust in some of your players, because he could have easily changed Varun Chakravarti and brought in Rahul Chahar, which in my opinion he's a better bowler. I have watched Varun Chakravarti, I have seen Rahul Chahar, both of them perform, and I'm a KKR fan as well as a Mumbai Indians fan. And I can easily say that Rahul Chahar is a better bowler in my opinion, because he's a wicket-taking option and he can change the game of change the tide of the match in a very quick situation. So I think basically Rahul Chahar is one of the replicates of Yuzvendra Chahal. So I think basically what Virat is doing by bringing Varun, he's backing him, and even though he has not performed, Varun, he might just make the difference, all the difference tonight. He might get a 3-wicket or a 4-wicket haul today. So yeah, but the exclusion of Lord Shardul Thakur, people were saying that drop Hardik Pandya and bring Thakur. It's not that easy, It's a very difficult role at number 6. The only person who can fulfill that role in Team India right now is Ishan Kishan, and he's at the bench. So it's not that easy to replace number 6 batsman who can strike at 200 and replace him with Thakur is a tough ask. So yeah, I can understand why Thakur has been dropped. He has been a bit expensive, and he's not giving the wickets that he's known to deliver to Virat Kohli. I can understand his decision.
And yes, I agree with that. Hardik Pandya is the one because he batted well in the last game. Obviously, I think he's a flat track bully, so he can now bully the Scottish defence if he needs bowlers, if he needs that. And we look at the most runs for India in the last 3 games. KR Rahul, Rohit Sharma and Rishabh Pant. And I go to Kaustubh. Kaustubh, do you expect KR Rahul and Rohit Sharma today to add more on that, or do you see another batsman coming to the party?
No, I believe that today KL and Rohit will finish the innings. Just because that India's approach, I think they are going to be aggressive today, and the whole reason for them to go out there would be to chase it as soon as possible. So either these two will do it, or Virat Kohli, the birthday boy, has to do it. I mean, what would be the best gift other than that?
And JD, most runs for Scotland, we have Cross, Bennington and Munzi. They've all scored more runs than India on paper, but we know they've played more games. Again, I don't know much about the Scotland players, and I'm living in England. Do you expect anybody to score, say, a 25 or 30 from their team, or do you think India will get the wickets quite cheaply and will end the game quickly and have our tea early?
Well, I too don't know much about Scottish players. I came to know about them in this T20 World Cup itself. But as far as I've seen George Munsey playing, he has some good shots in his bag. He swept the ball very well. He reverse sweeps it very well. So he has got a lot of armories in his bag. So I think George Munsey might create some sort of threat for Indian bowlers. So taking his wicket early in the match is going to help India a lot. So I think George Munsey is going to be an important wicket for India. Also, a special fact that I heard about George Munsey that he played under 19 for Scotland in hockey. So he has got some hockey shots as well. So yeah, his wicket is going to be important for Team India.
And that's something that we've learned new. George Munsey played hockey for Scotland, and these dual sportsmen, they do bring something extra, some new skills. And we see it with Owen Morgan with the Gaelic football. He's really, really good at that as well. And that's the reason why he's done it. So most wickets for India, Bumrah 3, Shami 3, and Ashwin 2. Anek, you look at those figures. Who do you think is going to be the star bowler for India today?
Probably one of the spinners. I think I'll back Ashwin, but don't take anything away from Bumrah because he's delivered a wicket to Virat Kohli whenever he has required him to. And Bumrah, people, I don't think we truly appreciate the greatness of Jasprit Bumrah. He has been one of the great bowlers throughout all throughout the formats, all through 3 to 4 years for the past few years. He has been one of the great bowlers of our generation, and I think if he continues down this path, he'll be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Indian fast bowler of all time. So I think Jasprit Bumrah is another bowler to look out. But yeah, I'll say Ashwin because you look at some of his statistics. Ashwin is the highest wicket taker for India in T20I in the history of Indian cricket. So I think considering that fact, I couldn't understand his exclusion in the first few matches. But certainly Virat has learned from his mistake and brought him in the third match. And yeah, we'll see what impact he brings today. Yeah, so definitely looking forward to his impact. And another interesting thing will be to see is how Varun Chakravarti bowls. Like we are seeing that Virat is backing him. So it's time for Varun Chakravarti to perform today. And let's hope that he performs because justifies a place ahead of Rahul Chahar in the team.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. We all called for Ashwin to be playing, and they brought him back, and he was brilliant in the last game. We'll go to Romit, and we got Davy has 9 wickets, Sharif has 7, and Wheel. Wheel is a very good player because he played in the 100. I did see him play, and he's definitely a good player. They've taken some wickets there, and nearly all double more than India. Is that because their bowling is better than India's, or they've just faced inferior competition?
Maybe because they have played the qualifiers and India hasn't played the qualifiers. So that's why they have the most wickets. But like these bowlers won't come to effect if we can bowl out Scotland within 100. Like I'm really hoping, because last match I was negative and it turned out to be a positive one. So I won't be negative anymore because I still have hope, because I'm backing Afghanistan to defeat New Zealand. But definitely for today, if we can bowl out Scotland well, like within 100, then that would be good for us also. Like it can be easier to chase that within 12, 13 overs if our openers click. So hoping for that. I don't want these bowlers to actually get 4 overs today. All these 3 bowlers, maybe they get 2 or 3 and they shouldn't take any wicket. So these stats won't actually matter if our bowlers perform at their best and we can bowl out Scotland really fast.
And that's true, and that's the main thing today is really our bowlers to come to the party and take the wickets and do their JDip to their playing 11. We know what the playing 11 is. Same India, just Varun Chakravarti in for Thakur. Are you happy with that lineup?
I think, as Enak also mentioned, Rahul Chahar should have been awarded with a chance if Team India wants to go with 3 spinners, because 2 matches are more than enough for a World Cup situation. I think which Varun Chakravarti has already been awarded with. So I think it was now high time to give Rahul Chahar a chance. But the way team has backed Varun Chakravarti, I'm really optimistic for him to perform and take some wickets. And the fact that Team India have played three spinners, it already depicts that the pitch is going to be a spin-friendly track. So that's why they have played three spinners. So I'm really hopeful that Varun Chakravarti brings in or gets some wickets and try India to get Scotland as early as possible.
And that's what we all want. We want this match to be over quite quickly. India to bowl them out within 12 overs or 13 overs, and then knock off the runs within 8 or 7 or 8. So we could potentially see 20 overs. The Scotland players, I say, we've seen them there. I think they are unchanged. So they're keeping the same team there. I'm going to go Kostap, what score do you think Scotland will put on the board?
Practically, I think anything between 120 to 130.
120.
But I hope that they score in the 100.
Yeah, so it's something between 100 and 120. Anik, what do you think? Do you think under 120? What is winnable, or do you think we will get them under 100?
Yeah, for India's sake, I hope they get Scotland out for 50. This is hoping that because if that is the only way we can qualify. I mean, there's no other way because if you let them get over 120, I think it's a dicey situation because you're just asking for trouble. So Virat, again, like I said, asking to field first, I think might have been a risky decision. But again, he's backing his bowlers, so let's back him on his birthday.
Yeah. And that's what I go to Robert there. Yeah, it seems like a crazy decision to me as a cricket connoisseur that he has decided to bowl first. That's very negative for me. That you just get your batsman out there, have fun, get your 200, get your 20 overs in with your batting, and if we bowl them out for less, we rest our bowlers. So you play your batsmen, say get into form, and the bowlers they can have a couple of overs, bowl them out easily, and rest. So do you think we will come to regret this decision going into the last round of games, Romit?
Not really, because Virat has decided this definitely after doing a research about the pitch conditions, and since they are playing three spinners, maybe it is spinner friendly, and since India has got a good quality of spinners, maybe they'll back the spinners to get the wickets. But still, this we might regret it later if the Scotland is able to play our spinners well. But since we saw in the Afghanistan game that they couldn't pick up the spinners, so I feel that India has quality spinners to rattle their batters and they might get out. But there might be an exception also. We have to hold two cases. One case that our spinners perform, another case they pick our spinners and they actually take the singles and take out the overs. So if that happens, the second case, then we might regret the decision later, but hopefully that doesn't happen as spinners perform today.
Yes, and it's the big thing is spinners, if you bowl three spinners, if you've got three spinners in your team, you really have to bowl first, just in case the dew. JD, final question to you before we wrap up. What do you think the dew will have an effect on this? And do you think, India will be able to bowl Scotland out by how many overs?
Yes, dew is definitely going to come into play. And again, this can be evidenced by the fact that India have played three spinners, and had India, I guess, batted first, then it would have been difficult for spinners to hold the grip on the ball because a fast bowler can get the job done in dews, but for a spinner, it's really difficult to get the grab on a ball. Especially on a condition where dew is going to play a really important role. So I think with this, I feel India have taken good decision of fielding first, and I think and I want Scotland to score as low as 100 runs so that India can chase it down as soon as possible.
Okay, the final set of questions. Cost up to you. Who is going to be the man of the match?
Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma for Anik, for you. Man of the match?
Birthday boy, Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli, birthday boy. Romit, for you? We don't have to ask you. We know the answer going to be.
No, it would be Jasprit Bumrah because I'm backing up my bowlers today.
So you're going for a bowler, and Jaydeep?
Yeah, spin-friendly track. I'm going with R. Ashwin.
R. Ashwin. I am too going with R. Ashwin. I think he's going to bowl them all. So good luck, India. We need a massive win today. Happy birthday, Virat Kohli. Thank you for joining the Fans Forum. If you want to be a place on our forum, please please send us a message on social media and we'll get you on to the show and send us your fan story because we want more fan engagement for the World WCF. Enjoy the game, enjoy the Diwali stuff, and stay safe. And fire those firecrackers on the pitch. All right, then, guys, take care. God bless. Stay safe. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.